Rain, Tanya, and Kanade had promised Sora that they would save her sister Runna from the Shadow Knight. But Sora reveals that she made an agreement with the Knight that she would remove the barrier to the fairy village by the end of the day to save Runna. Rain tells her to stay next to the barrier so that the Shadow Knight would think she is upholding her end of the deal, and therefore would not hurt his hostage. The party scout the edge of the woods and find the Shadow Knight alongside an imprisoned Runna. They attack the Shadow Knight physically because of his immunity to magic, and the Knight determines that Sora must have enlisted their help to free her twin sister. He attacks Runna, but she is saved by Tanya, who retreats with the fairy. Although Rain's plan to extract Runna is successful, they are surprised to see the Shadow Knight still holding his ground against their physical attacks. Rain thinks that since the Knight has been shrugging off their attacks, it must be an officer of the Demon King's army. He asks Kanade to distract the Knight while he uses his senses to tame a crowd of paralytic bees. Though the Knight is unaffected by paralysis, it gives Rain enough time to channel his powers as a beast tamer and empower Kanade to greater heights. A strengthened Kanade destroys the Shadow Knight, and Rain reveals that the magic he used was a unique spell fueled by Tanya's immense magic. The party reunites the two sisters, and Runna jokes about her imprisonment from the Shadow Knight. The party prepares to leave, but the sisters reveal they will be leaving the fairy village because Sora cannot forgive them for abandoning her sister. Kanade invites them to join the party as they have little experience with the outside world. Sora is a little uncertain but comes around when Runna enthusiastically agrees. Rain is an expert tamer, but no human has tamed a fairy before, and he struggles to create the necessary spell. He experiments with his magic and creates the spell to successfully tame the twin fairies. But taming two ultimate species at once takes a lot out of him. Later, Rain decides to hand over the Shield of Truth to the hero Arios by himself, insisting that he should deal with his former party alone. Arios calls him a liar until the party confirms that the shield is truly genuine. Rain takes his gold and starts to leave until Agath requests he return to his old party, saying that the Beast Tamer should forget the distant troubled past. But Rain can't ever see his former party as comrades ever again after how they treated him, and he turns them down, as he already has his own party. After Rain leaves, the hero's party grumble about the Beast Tamer's decision. But Arios cannot forget his defeat against Rain and swears vengeance. Meanwhile, Rain tells his party the hero legend, that the first hero was empowered by the gods to free the people from the Demon King. They mock the current hero Arios, and Rain states that Arios is only a descendant of the first hero, and that the first hero's descendants all have some amount of divine blood that makes them grow more powerful over time. Sora wonders if Rain himself has some divine blood from the first hero, as he has also grown much stronger over time and has the ability to contract with ultimate species like them. Kanade wonders if Rain keeps taming the ultimate species, he could grow strong enough to defeat the Demon King himself. Rain hasn't thought about the Demon King since leaving the hero's party, and though he would be willing, he feels he isn't strong enough to make a commitment to fight the Demon King. The party tells him no matter what happens they will support him, and he feels that for now he should just grow stronger until the day he chooses a destiny for himself. Since the reward from Arios was large for recovering the Shield of Truth, Rain has plenty of money, and the party decides over breakfast to go on a shopping trip. The fairy sisters are concerned with how crowded the human settlement is, as living in the fairy village they are not used to seeing so many crowds. A group of adventurers show respect to Tanya after they were previously defeated by her at the bridge. Meanwhile, Kanade is given free food from thankful shopkeepers. A bunch of kids come up to the fairies and call them Rain's new wives, which Runna finds hilarious. She almost reveals they are powerful fairies until she is stopped by Sora and Rain. Sora reminds Runna that they need to keep their identities as fairies a secret, or all the humans will panic. They go into a weapons shop, which is owned by an intimidating dwarf. Runna would like Rain to buy a whip because it is a fitting weapon for beast tamers, but Sora stops her from acting indecently. Rain tests a dagger but senses something wrong with the weapon. At the same time, an adventurer arrives and buys a sword from the dwarf. After the adventurer leaves, Rain confronts the dwarf and wonders why all the weapons in the shop are display pieces and useless in combat. The dwarf laughs and reveals that everything in the store is equipment he has created in his spare time, and the party complains he is ripping everyone off. The offended dwarf reveals that adventurers lack the respect for his craftsmanship, and the display weapons are a test, since adventurers would toss away his finely crafted weapons for whatever is newest on the market. The dwarf is surprised that Rain can sense the quality of the equipment, and offers to make a customized weapon for him, but only on the condition that Rain and the party collect the necessary materials. Later at the guild they see a huge crowd, and the guild tells them that many adventurers are excited to join the hero's party, who is looking to enlist support members to help them defeat the Demon King. Runna and Sora introduce themselves, but Runna almost causes trouble by overstating their relationship. They hand over Gantz the dwarf's custom request for mithril ore, a metal that is extremely rare but also extremely long-lasting. Gantz used to have a mithril mine, but one day all the mithril disappeared, and Rain determines that something must have happened in the mine itself for the mithril to disappear all at once. The party decides to help Gantz with investigating the mine in exchange for a custom weapon for Rain, and Gantz is happy they are offering to help in exchange for his craftsmanship and not plain gold. The next day they travel to the mine, but the fairies quickly become tired because they used to be shut-ins. Since the entire party is tired, they decide to take a break at a nearby lake, and the girls relax as Rain watches their equipment and takes a nap. During their swim, Canade is attacked and Rain rushes to help, but it was only a fish that bit Canade's tail. They are shocked to see him, and later Rain apologizes, and though the party is embarrassed, they quickly forgive Rain since his intentions were pure. The group arrives at the mine and Rain finds a bird flying overhead suspiciously. Suddenly, armed men emerge from the mine to attack them. Rain wants to interrogate them, but Tanya and Canade are too strong and knock them out. Sora and Rana use their magic to search through the bandits' memory, and they discover that a group of adventurers have been stealing mithril from the mine. The party prepares to attack the adventurers, but Canade wonders how the party was detected, and Rain reveals that the bird flying overhead was tamed, and that their opponents must also include a powerful beast tamer. And this is all for this video. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.